Mitrom and Bandhuvam, this is your presenter J. Reddy at South Asia Maps Intellectual Kshatriya Channel, Education Channel. We are continuing our discussions and explorations on partition of India or balkanization of India, dismemberment of India by Islam. Broadly the Lahore Resolution and all those things. Today we are going to see a very important ideological aspect of partition of Bharat. The Radcliffe line, this is the Radcliffe line, follows Allah's line. Allah is a godling of Koranic theology. This is the Allah's land, that is Darul-Islam, Momins land. Here I represented Punjab, that is West Punjab, and Sindh, the lower Indus plains, Baluch and Brahui regions, and northwestern frontier province or Khyber province or Pashtuns province, and Kashmir region, that is Pakistan is Punjab and Afghania for Khyber, and so on, acronym. The Radcliffe line, essentially the line that follows Allah's prescriptions. Allah's land, Kaffirs land, inhabited by the native people, non-converts. This is the land of converts, the land of Hindus, the Kaffirs. The Radcliffe line, the partition line, follows Allah's line. We'll see how to connect these dots. Cyril Radcliffe is a British judge and he was not an expert on India at all. When the June 3rd plan was announced by the Governor General, Viceroy Lord Mountbatten, that was in the June 3rd plan, he was flew in, and within like 2 months or so, he awarded the territories not based upon the Hindus and Muslims. India was not partitioned by Hindu-Muslim basis. India was partitioned by Muslim, non-Muslim. The Momins and the Kaffirs. This is very, very important and it's not very subtle. The word is not a nomenclature. Okay. Cyril Radcliffe line is a partition line. It is Allah's partition line. Allah, revelations in the Quran, basically, if you start reading ideological perspective, the things are very, very clear. In India, a lot of people who talk about the partition, the continuous Islamic gangsterism in the streets, their aggressive behavior pattern, they miss this essential point. And if you understand the point, you will get a very good clarity. According to Allah, the world is divided into followers of Allah, Momins, the non-followers who rejected this message called Kaffirs. And the land where Momins live or where Momins rule is called Darul-Islam. Darul means a land, Islam means Islamic land. The land where Muslims doesn't live or Kaffirs live is called Dahrul-Harb. Harb means sword. Dahrul-Harb means essentially the land to be sworded, put to sword. Or Darul-Kafiri, Kaffirs land populated by Harbis or Kaffirs who has to be butchered or sworded. And the land where they live or where they rule is called lighted land or enlightened land or cultured land. The rest of the land is Jahiliya land, dark period, ignorant period, and so on. So this is what in the Quran Allah has a very clarity about. Here the Radcliffe line is essentially the same. This is the Momins land, this is Darul-Islam, and this is the civilized land, Illum, and across the Radcliffe line, that is Allah's line, this is the Dahrul-Harb land, that is Darul-Kaffirs land, and Kaffirs live here, and they live in ignorance or darker period. That is the Radcliffe line. Radcliffe line essentially, symbolically, Radcliffe line is called Ravi line. West of Ravi is the Allah's land, that is the Pakistan, at that time West Pakistan. That is the Barido part of, and also it flows through Sutlej river also. Symbolically, west of Ravi means Pakistan, west of Sutlej also means Pakistan. And also east of Hooghly and Bhagirathi means Bangladesh, that is East Pakistan, that is Mashriqi Pakistan. This is Maghrebi Pakistan. Maghreb means west, Maghrebi Pakistan, Mashriqi Pakistan, East Pakistan. Of course, when you talk about it, it won't exactly fit into Ravi River, or it doesn't exactly go along with Bhagirathi Hooghly River, which is a distributor, but it is a broader idea. Cyril Radcliffe is a British judge, born in 99, and he passed away, almost lived 78 years and so on. The judge, the Radcliffe Line or Radcliffe Award, west of river Ravi and west of river Satluj, and east of river Hooghly, east of river Bhagirathi, that is Paschim Punjab and Sindh and Balochistan and Afghania, that is the northwest frontier province, and later they got to Pakistan, that is the Kashmir also, they annexed it. This ideological aspect was intellectually dissected during the later part of 20th century by India's greatest intellectual scholar, Mahayogi Ram Swarup, and his colleague, intellectual Kshatriya Sitaram Goyalji, and their work is carried by the Dr. Coinrod Helt, Belgian Indologist, Voice of India think tank. They are called Hindu Awakening Trimurti of Forefront. Their work gave very great clarity of entire concept of Islamic aggression at ideological level in yogic perspective. Interested audience can go and look there further. And I strongly request Mitrom and Bandhuvam, we have very interesting intellectual Kshatriya channel, South Asia Maps YouTube channel, and I have posted more than 140 presentations there, videos for you. You can go and look at them, and please do subscribe, take the time and spread the information to your friends. That will be very, very helpful in bringing this knowledge to our people. Again, here we are looking at this is the Darul-Harb, Darul-Harbi's land, Kaffirs land, Hindus land. West of Radcliffe is the Pakistan, that is the Punjab, Sindh, Balochistan and so on. East Maghrebi, this is the Maghrebi Pakistan, Mashriqi Pakistan, East Pakistan, east of river Hooghly. And we can see here in the Wikipedia, I'm showing briefly the Radcliffe Award, the Radcliffe line here, and you can see the Radcliffe Award, the partition of Punjab. These issues I will look at in very detail at some times later in some other presentation. The British Punjab partition, drawing of the Radcliffe line, that is Allah's line, and in the Bengal region, the drawing of the partition line, again the Allah's line, east of the river Hooghly. This is the British Punjab, the world, the map that here you can see the partition of Bengal, the eastern side of river Hooghly. This is the Hooghly district, this is the Hooghly river, Bhagirathi river goes here, and this is the Indo-Gangetic plains, the British Punjab and the British Punjab province, and the west of, this is the world map, I think 1850s or so, Firozpur district, this is the river Ravi, this is the Gurdaspur district, Amritsar and so on. West of river Ravi, you can see the Cyril Radcliffe Award here, the Cyril Radcliffe here, June 3rd plan, where the Crown's representative, Lord Mountbatten, and acceptance of the Congress, the pusillanimous Congress leadership, cowardice Congress leadership, without murmuring, just meekly accepted, didn't put any resistance. Jinnah, the one of the Ghazis of Pakistan formation. We can see the Cyril Radcliffe and these two, the Radcliffe line, Allah's line, Subhanallah wa Ta'ala's line, dividing the Kaffirs, and Momins Pakistan Radcliffe line or partition line, 1947 west, that is west of river Ravi and east of river Hooghly, Bhagirathi, and Cyril Radcliffe again there, and Cyril Radcliffe, and so on. Essentially, today we looked at the Radcliffe line, that is a part of a Partition of India series or Balkanization of India series. We talked about Radcliffe line, that is the partition line, or Ravi line, or river Ravi line, or river Hooghly Bhagirathi line, that is Allah's line. We tried to link the historical events from Mahayogi Sri Ram Swarup Ji's works, ideological perspective. The partition of India was not just by Muslim League or Jinnah effort. It is a serious divine sanction from a Koranic godling called Allah himself. So this is the Allah's land, this is the Allah's line, dividing the Kaffirs land, Allah's line, Radcliffe line. Thank you very much, Mitrom and Bandhum. We will see you in other presentations.